each one of you joining us today for what is not just another session, but a beautiful culmination, the valedictory session of the fortnightly online symposia of In Tandem Research Club. There is always something special about endings in there. A quiet pride, a gentle nostalgia, and a sense of we did something meaningful together. So, over the past months, under several themes, we haven't just attended sessions, we have traveled across languages, across landscapes, across histories, and most importantly, across each other's perspectives. So, today is not just about wrapping up, it's about celebrating a journey. So, to begin this wonderful and amazing evening on a gracious and inspiring note, it is my honor to invite our respected principal, Madam Dr. B. Uma Maheswari, Principal, Queen Mary's College, Chennai, to deliver the welcome address. Ma'am, may I request you to kindly take over?
Thank you, Sai Prabha, and good evening to all present on this wonderful online platform today. It's a great honor for me to be present in this valedictory session of Fortnightly Symposia for this academic year 25-26. I'm very happy to see the pioneering members of this In Tandem who are here to offer their felicitations on the successful completion of fifth year of online fortnightly symposia of In Tandem. With a deep sense of gratitude, first I would like to welcome Dr. Samuel Rufus, Associate Professor of English and the Dean of International Relations, Madras Christian College. He is known all over India and with a portfolio of international relations. He has academic connections all over the globe. Thank you very much, sir, for being the part of the Queen Mary's family and for your continuous support to all the endeavors of Department of English, Queen Mary's College. Next, I would like to welcome Dr. Srilata, Associate Professor and the Head of the Department of English, Chellamal College, of course, retired professor, who is a very important board member of this In Tandem, who visits PMC quite often and helps us to keep up the intellectual climate, and she attends every In Tandem session without fail. Next, I would like to welcome Professor Debashri, Department of Comparative Literature, who is a great asset to In Tandem. She is a Fulbright scholar and generously shared her contacts with us. One such person is Dr. Kalyani Vallabh, a leader in net coaching, and thanks to her, this year we were able to host In Tandem Vallabh quiz for UGC NET aspirants of Queen Mary's College. Next, I would like to welcome Professor Shreya Bhattacharjee, Professor, Department of English Studies, Central University of Jharkhand. Because of her, In Tandem has come to be known in Jharkhand and also northern parts of India. It's very amazing to see her commitment that she left her career in civil services to serve the cause of education. Thank you very much, Madam. Next, I would like to welcome Dr. Joshua Gnanaselvan, Associate Professor of School of Business, works in University, whose area of expertise is translation. He has been commissioned to translate by leading public houses and he holds PG Diploma in Translation Studies. He also has generously shared his contacts to us, both the keynote speakers and paper presenters, not only from academia and from public industries. Dr. Padma, Head of the Department of English, Stella Maris College, and Dr. Aparna Srinivas, Director of Emerald Dove Learning, have always supported the learning process of In Tandem. Welcome, Madam. I would like to welcome I would like to make a special mention about Dr. Sivaraman, Associate Professor of English, Presidency College. He serves in tandem in unique capacity as a resource person, and with his strong support we were able to conduct three editions of this workshop. Thank you, sir. And today we are honored to have Dr. Amanulla, Chairman, Urdu, Arabic and Persian, University of Madras as our keynote speaker. I extend a very warm welcome to you, sir, and also the paper presenter, Mr. Titir Chakraborty of Jadavpur University. In Tandem Research Club is a pride of Queen Mary's College, started in the year 2122. Of course, with the first year with the assorted topics, disability studies, prison narratives, and refugee studies are some of them. And for the academic year 22-23, the theme was the prize winning story. And in 23-24, the theme was interdisciplinary literary studies. And in 24-25, the theme was conflict, peace, reconciliation for planetary well-being. The theme for this year also generated a lot of interest as evidenced in the participation of 18 sessions which were held in this academic year, of which 11 sessions were devoted to writings from the regions of India and the remaining 7 sessions were devoted to learning about the writings which have been translated from other languages. And at this juncture, I would like to acknowledge the serious and sincere efforts taken by Dr. Maheswari Srinivasan, head of the Department of English, who is instrumental not only for this research club of In Tandem, but also for all the effective functioning of clubs in Queen Mary's College. And I would like to extend my thanks to the supports team for preparing the poster, posting the links, and keeping the sessions in the college calendar and handling the correspondence with the paper presenters, etc. My sincere thanks to the research scholar, Mr. Prithviraj, who is also the president of In Tandem Research Club, Kiran Kundle, the secretary of this research club, and the coordinators, our second PG students, Jeevita, Sai Kriba, and Taukita. And I am very happy to share that this year we are planning to launch our journal in the summer vacation, for which the research associates, Mr. Prithviraj, Ms. Nancy, Dr. Ranjani, and Ms. Kavya Bharati are working for it. I welcome all the board members of In Tandem from Queen Mary's Department of English, Queen Mary's College, Mrs. Priya, Dr. Urmila, Dr. Vinita, Dr. Battula, Dr. Minu, and Dr. Benita. As a conclusion, I would like to mention that In Tandem mission is probably the finest example of synergy with so many minds coming together to promote the process of learning. The motto of In Tandem, Together We Grow, is very apt for this multi-pronged, multifaceted mission for capacity building among the PG students and research scholars, not only from Queen Mary's College but from across the globe. I would like to extend my heartfelt wishes for In Tandem to continue to flourish in the upcoming academic years with different interesting topics with the guidance of good-hearted and committed board members. Thank you all very much and my sincere wishes to you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for those warm and encouraging words. They truly set the tone for this evening. It was reflective, proud, and hopeful. So now we move on into a segment that is always close to the heart, a moment of gratitude, recognition, and respect. The In Tandem Research Club has thrived because of the constant guidance, intellectual generosity, and support of our esteemed board members. Today, we take a few moments to acknowledge and celebrate them through our felicitation ceremony. To begin, I invite Dr. Debashri Datare, Professor, Department of Comparative Literature, uh, Jadavpur University, Kolkata, board member in Tandem, to share her words.
Thank you very much. Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here at the valedictory session. Uh, it just struck me when the respected principal, ma'am, Dr. Maheswari, mentioned that it's been 5 years already, which is literally half a decade. So I am hoping that we will all be here for a decade as well, a celebration for a decade, because it has been amazing as a journey. I would like to first extend my sincere gratitude to Principal Ma'am because I know from our conversations in the board team how she has been constantly encouraging and has offered visionary support in fostering very meaningful academic engagements. Heartfelt thanks to all board members for being there, and it has made us such a vibrant intellectual space. I'm particularly grateful to Dr. Srinivasan, who spearheaded this 5 years ago and has been absolutely wonderful. And even though we've never really met in person, there has been a sense of friendship through our students, through the speakers, through the intellectual engagements that we've had. And I'm very grateful for that. Having said that, I would also like to take a moment to appreciate the remarkable efforts of the In Tandem Research Forum, especially within the rich and diverse Indian academic context. India's multilingual and multicultural landscapes presents both opportunities and challenges for scholars, particularly in areas such as translation, Bhasha, literatures, and comparative studies. In this regard, In Tandem has emerged as a vital platform that bridges linguistic, cultural, and regional boundaries. By curating varied themes across Indian literary traditions and global literature, the forum meaningfully engages with the complexities of literary traditions, with multiple bhashas, histories, and identities intersecting. Its initiatives encourage scholars to move beyond dominant narratives and bring together voices and lesser explored perspectives into broader academic conversation. The fortnightly symposia foster an environment of dialogue where emerging researchers can confidently present their work, interact with established scholars, and refine their ideas through constructive engagement. And I think this is one of the most vital spaces that In Tandem contributes to. This is particularly significant in the Indian context, where access to such sustained, inclusive, and interdisciplinary academic spaces can greatly empower young researchers. Through its continued efforts, In Tandem Research Forum not only strengthens research culture, but also contributes to a more inclusive and representative understanding of Indian literature in particular and world literary scholarship in general. It stands as a testament to how collaborative academic initiatives can shape meaningful intellectual communities across regions and languages. I'm extremely grateful to be part of this forum and more grateful that as of now, there is a generation of younger emerging scholars who are being introduced to this forum and who will perhaps carry forward this in the latter years. So there are names from Queen Mary's that sound familiar now. They were probably PG students. Now they're up to their research. So this has been a wonderful journey, and I can't wait for the next 5 years to see the completion of a decade. So thank you very much, everyone, for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your insightful and gracious words. We are truly honored. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Joshua Jnana Selvan, Assistant Professor, School of Business, Watson University, Hyderabad, Board Member of In Tandem, to share his words.
Good evening. Miss Sai, could you hear me audible? Is microphone now?
Not quite.
Good evening.
Yes, feeble, but please carry on, Joshua.
Yeah, ma'am. My apologies. I'm traveling in a bus and I'm not able to speak. But, greetings and good evening. I would like to thank the In Tandem Queen Mary's College platform for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this felicitation function. It gives me immense pleasure. Right before the start of this function, I had contacted Mr. Puppy, and he gave me certain data, which was remarkable. Altogether, we have had 28 keynote presentations and 22 presentations by scholars. I believe it is a commendable effort from the part of Queen Mary's College Department of English for having hosted this in tandem for 5 years and run. And I am truly honored to be part of this community because I learned tremendously over a period of time. Though I may not be able to be a part of the Symposia, but when I had the opportunity, I was able to be a part of it. And we have moved beyond just classroom discussions to research because we also dwell in the realm of publish or perish. And I believe the In Tandem platform serves as a remarkable platform for not necessarily the colleges in Chennai but across the country for having sustained this for 5 years. And I'm sure this will continue for years together. I would like to sincerely thank and appreciate the management, the principal who is also graciously present here, Dr. Preeti, who is the head of the department and chairman of In Tandem, the faculty members, the In Tandem board members, the research scholars and students. I truly believe that this platform would have helped a lot of scholars and students to gain information from various domains. And I heartily congratulate everyone for being part of this, and I hope we will close it with a grand success. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your encouraging words. Next, I would like to invite Dr. R. Srilata ma'am, Associate Professor and Head Retired, Chelamal College for Women, Chennai, a patron of In Tandem Club, to share her words.
This the In Tandem is a space that has brought together so many people across the country, especially with the topic of translation. I think the many of our students have become familiar with places like Tibet and Nepal. As so far as we did today, we would get to know some of the old official languages like Urdu. Yes, that through all this that there is a common space. We have, because this topic of translation that we had taken up this year, I think it was translating India, one part of India to another, or one state to another, one language to another. I think we also got to know the geopolitical situations in different from the whole of India. And also we were exposed to a number, thanks to the efforts of all the board members, we've been exposed to a whole lot of brilliant minds, papers by brilliant minds from across the country, and also on world literatures and translation. So I'm sure the next academic year, In Tandem will be back again with more challenging themes, perhaps global, for the benefit of or online presenters, and it will be a more inclusive space. Next year, more people, I think more students and researchers from across the country would be there, I'm sure, next year, because we have such a, we not only the board members, we have a tireless team in tandem from Queen Mary's, ably headed by Principal Suma Maheswari, who is forever enthusiastic and giving her enthusiastic encouragement to such academic activities, and Maria Preeti and her team of students. The research team, as I think, has been doing very well from what they have been their ranking and all that. We have realized that the research students, I'm sure, have benefited all through this online space. And I, for one, I'm waiting. I'm so happy this year. I listened to quite a lot of people, because translation is still something very close to my heart, because it reaches out to people makes me connect with people from across the country. So this way, and also all the other attended activities that have been going on, the online quiz and the organizers waiting to bring up online, a manual for missing of book. I think it is a book it must be the form of a book. The presentations that have been really considered valuable. So I'm sure we have
a journal. We are working towards a journal.
Yes, a journal, and I'm wishing that even if we board members or we go away, the forum will still continue to benefit as many students as possible. So nice to know that students across the country are getting connected, and I'm sure Mrs. Shreya was telling us, come visit our place. So here there is, I wish that kind of opportunities had come to me while I was still working. Now I'm a retired person, and still and happy that I am able to listen and share whatever I get to know from these with the students. So thank you, Queen Mary's and In Tandem, for having me on the board. Yes, and wishing you a very challenging theme for the next year too. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Rufus will join us. Maybe we can go to the report, and then when Sir joins us, we can have his felicitation.
Okay, ma'am. Now moving on to a segment that reflects not just activity but achievement. It is time to look back at a year of ideas, discussions, collaborations, and intellectual growth. I invite Mr. Prithvirajan, yes, President, In Tandem Research Club, to present the In Tandem report for the academic year 2025 to 2026.
Good evening, everyone. Before I could begin the annual report, I invite you all to watch a thematic video of In Tandem 2025-26.
In Tandem proudly presents the theme for the academic year 2025-26, Regions and Translations in Indian Writing.
I just want to check whether it is audible to everyone.
Audible.
Thank you.
India is not merely a nation, it is a tapestry of regions, each woven with its own language, literature, and cultural identity. From the lyrical landscapes of Malayalam poetry in Kerala to the fierce protest songs of subaltern writings in Maharashtra, from the whispered myths of the Northeast to the classical cadences of Tamil epics, India's literary imagination is profoundly regional in origin and multilingual in expression. Yet, the magic of these regional voices often reaches wider audience only through the transformative act of translation. Translation in India is not just a linguistic exercise. It is a political, cultural, and ethical act, a way of navigating India's internal diversity and external global dialogues. It is through translation that regional literatures speak across borders, caste speaks to privilege, tribal voices confront metropolitan silence, and forgotten women's stories echo in new languages. In a nation marked by linguistic hierarchies and cultural asymmetries, translation becomes a vital means of resisting erasure and reclaiming identity. This theme explores how Indian writing, rooted in specific regional geographies and socio-political contexts, is shaped, reshaped, and sometimes silenced through the processes of translation. It interrogates the geopolitics of language, the politics of inclusion and exclusion, and the role of translation in canon formation, nation building, and cultural memory. In an era where English often serves as a global gateway to Indian literature, this inquiry asks, whose stories are translated, who gets to translate them, and what is lost, found, or invented in the journey from region to reader. By engaging with regional literature and its translations, we uncover not only literary richness but also the spatial, cultural, and political contours of the Indian experience, revealing a nation constantly translating itself, one voice at a time. The North has long been a center of political power and linguistic hegemony. Literature here is shaped by the legacies of partition, nationalism, and the battle over language, where translation often becomes an ideological act. It reflects trauma of division and the question of whose histories get canonized. The South is marked by linguistic pride and regional assertion. Here, translation becomes an act of cultural diplomacy and sometimes defense. They resist homogenization by emphasizing native identity and anti-Aryan narratives. The South shows us how translation can function as geocultural self-assertion. In East, the act of translation navigates revolution, reform, and remembrance. Literature has historically set intellectual trends, but geopolitical concerns like colonial memory, Naxalism, and gender justice create tension between center and margin. The East reclaims forgotten epistemologies. The West represents a tug-of-war between capitalist modernity and caste-based critic. The Dalit literature acts as a geo-literary rebellion against elitism and suppressed linguistic histories. The geopolitical tension here lies between urban narratives of privilege and rural voices of resistance, where translation becomes an act of social redistribution. Central India house some of India's richest tribal cultures, yet their stories are the most erased. The geopolitics here is shaped by mineral extraction, displacement, and insurgency. Translating Adivasi oral narratives into English is an act of decolonizing literature. Here, translation is not just textual, it is territorial and existential. The Northeast is a land of whispered myths and loud silences, geopolitically fragmented and often culturally misrepresented. Translation here challenges mainland invisibilization. Here, it is an act of political acknowledgement and cartographic correction. The islands represent the geopolitics of distance and disappearance. Their literature often survives through oral traditions, endangered languages, and ethnographic translation. Translation here is a race against time, to archive, to remember, to honor.
Prithvirajan, is it ready?
Yes, ma'am. So, respected principal, esteemed guest speakers, patrons, board members, professors, fellow researchers, it is a profound privilege to present the annual report for the In Tandem Research Club for the academic year 2025-26. This year In Tandem commenced on 14th July 2025, a date of double significance as it marked the 111th anniversary of Queen Mary's College. Following the inaugural blessings of our principal, Dr. B. Ma Maheshwari, the scholarly tone was established by Dr. V. Sivaraman, introducing literary historiography of Indian writings. This session provided the essential foundational framework for our year-long exploration of regionality. The first of our Symposia series, encompassing sessions 2 to 11, focused on the spatial dimensions of literature, moving from national borders to urban centers. On 25th July, we investigated frontier regions with Dr. S. Chitra, scrutinizing partition fiction contemplated by Mr. Roshan Raj Singh and Miss Monica Rani's presentation on the socio-environmental frontiers of East Pakistan and the 1970s Bola cycle. On August 1st, Dr. Ahalya Sugumar explored coastal regions supported by Professor Benita Linzo Poril on fishermen's narratives, alongside Ms. Swarna Rekha and Ms. Janita Gladys, examined coastal symbolism and indigenous wisdom. On August 22nd, Dr. Ahalya Sugumar returned to discuss the complexities of urbanization. During this session, postgraduate scholars Ms. Tauhita, Ms. Jeevita, Ms. Devadarshini, and Ms. Vanitha Devi presented geocritical studies on A.K. Ramanujan, Nizam Ezekiel, R.K. Narayan, and Sarojini Naidu, while Ms. Snowlin examined urban belongings in Tamarind City. In September, our focus turned towards Adivasi and island narratives. On September 5th, Professor Nibedita Mukherjee spoke on the traditional knowledge system of Santal women, while paper presenters Mr. Soumya Dif Ghosh, Mrs. Nandini, and Ms. Trisha explored visual representations and oral to written transitions. On September 19th, Dr. Shreya Bhattacharjee discussed green ethics, and Professor K.A. Geeta analyzed Sri Lankan Tamil Dalit literature. This session also featured Dr. Bibhuti Bhushan Biswas on Andaman linguistic diversity and Ms. Sai Shri on the lost wave. We then moved to cardinal regions, where Dr. K. Nivya Thomas provided a keynote on the South Indian region on September 26, and Dr. M. Uma Maheshwari explored geocriticism in classical Sanskrit literature on 10th of October, supported by researchers Ms. Jyotika and Ms. Kavya Bharati. The exploration of central and western landscapes followed in November. Mr. Abhik Sarkar presented on informatics and epidemics in West Bengal, while Ms. Sai Shri analyzed Marathi women poets. Later that month, Dr. Krupa Shah lectured on translating satire in 19th century Gujarat, and Dr. Sneha Kar Chowdhury analyzed the cultural impact of Sundarban's web series. We concluded the regional mapping on January 23 with a focus on the Northeast, hearing the academic view of regional writers and Dr. Anjan K. Behera's address on indigenous culture and the Northeast. The final phase of our academic year, the Translating Worlds series, transition to the transformative mechanics of translation across linguistic and cultural borders between January and February. Keynotes on regional to English translation were delivered by Dr. A. Vijay Ganesh, Dr. R.K. Jayashree Karthika, and Dr. Ramakrishnan on the practical and philosophical nuances of capturing regional essence for a global audience. Dr. K. Srilatha emphasized translation as an act of democratic outreach that bridges regional divides, and Ms. Sharon Alice Christie's lecture provided a deep dive into political lineage of Tamil literature and its perception through translation. Ms. Anusha Ravi Sood brought the editorial and social responsibilities of Dalit voices to English readers, and Dr. M. Kamalakannan provided a broad academic framework for the session. These sessions included vital paper presentations by Ms. Reena Jacqueline on Mahadevi Verma and Ms. Kausalya on Shadow of the Mind. On March 13th, we explored interregional and foreign exchange as Mr. Kawal Daliwal and Dr. Durjati Sharma examined direct translations between Indian languages, while Ms. Tias Basu studied transitions from the hills to the plains. On March 20th, Mrs. M. Magesh and Dr. V. Aishwarya and Dr. Lovi Srivastava analyzed translations into German and Spanish. This has expanded the club's horizons to a global scale. This has analyzed the reception and repackaging of Indian thought for international audience. The series reached a powerful conclusion on March 27th with translations and diasporic identity, featuring Dr. Kaushik Goswami's study on Tibetan voices as an act of resistance against cultural erasure. As a part of research innovation of these symposia were two specialized academic workshops conducted. The Miss Padma Subramanian Memorial Workshop, held from 27 November to 1st December 2025, provided the first MA It featured keynote addresses by Dr. Prayer Elmoraj on theory avenues and Dr. Sivaraman on academic writing. A panel of 17 resource persons served as mentors to guide students through the drafting process. The workshop concluded with a valedictory address by Dr. Samuel Rufus, with the S. Nadarajan Memorial Prize awarded for the best paper. On 20th February 2026, the In Tandem Valat Trophy Quiz and Curiosity Workshop was conducted in collaboration with Valat Education Trivandrum. This event included an intercollegiate for aspirants and a hands-on curiosity workshop to connect literary studies with professional career paths. Through 18 intensive sessions, the In Tandem Research Club has successfully fulfilled its mandate by engaging with over 28 guest experts and facilitating 22 paper presentations. We have nurtured a new generation of student scholars and mapped the literary soul of India. We have proven that translation is not merely a linguistic tool, but a fundamental bridge to collective understanding. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for that comprehensive and engaging report. It truly reminds us of how far we have come, session by session, idea by idea. So, thank you. And now we arrive at one of the most anticipated segments of today's session, the keynote address. It is my privilege to introduce Dr. Amanulla M.B., Chairman of Urdu, Department of Urdu, Arabic and Persian, University of Madras. He will be addressing us on the topic Translation from Tamil to Urdu, a subject that beautifully embodies our theme, bridging not just languages but entire cultural sensibilities. So we are honored to have you with us. The stage is yours.
Thank you, ma'am. My presentation is visible, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Good evening, one and all. And first of all, I would like to record my sense of gratitude to the In Tandem, Dr. Preeti Madam, for bringing me to this forum. Most respected dignitaries of the forum, and the participants who are presenting available here. Good evening once again. I am going to talk about today about the translation of literature from Tamil to Urdu. I don't know how many of you know Urdu or about the Urdu language, or how many are able to speak in Hindi or able to understand what is Hindustani and Urdu. I am very much hyped to speak in this forum because I am not able. I don't have what do you say fluency in English, so you have to bear with my pronunciation because my mother tongue is Urdu. Before going into the translation part, I would like to present here quickly about the similarities between the two languages, two distinct languages, which is known as Indo-Aryan and the Dravidian families. Still, they share the quite similarities among themselves due to the long time sharing of geographical contiguity and the bilingualism. Generally, in English, object order is the word order sentence, but here in Hindustani means Urdu, and in Tamil and in the Hindustani, both the languages, the Dravidian and the Indo-Aryan languages, has sharing the verb model, verb final in the word sentence. As we know that you have seen me in English, in Tamil we say that neenga ennai parthinga. In Hindustani, Urdu or Hindi, we say it as aapne mujhe dekha tha. So dekha tha is the verb, so that comes in the verb final. So the Indo-Aryan languages and the Dravidian languages share the feature that auxiliary verb follows the main verb. The use of the post positions is common between the languages, and the modern Indo-Aryan languages use a post position on the noun used as a standard of comparison in the comparative construction. The use of the compound verbs, conjunct verbs, duplication and the echo words, conjunctive participles, and the quatatives is common and shared between both the languages. The parent of when we talk about the Akritic Vijnan, the parent of the Indo-Aryan languages were characterized by highly inflecting morphology, but the Indo-Aryan languages developed the agglutinating morphology come to express the compound ideas due to the contact with the Dravidian languages. When we talk about the Dhavni Vijnan, the phonology of the modern Indo-Aryan is almost similar to